Sandy Bay, Tasmania. A tranquil haven. Azure waters shimmered under the Australian sun. Boats bobbed gently in the marina. Laughter echoed across the harbor. It was a place where people came to escape, to unwind, to live their dreams. The air was thick with the scent of salt and sea. It whispered promises of adventure and serenity. Life moved at a slower pace here. Days melted into a blissful blur of sun, sand, and the soothing rhythm of the waves. But beneath the idyllic facade, darkness lurked. A storm was brewing, ready to shatter the peace of this coastal paradise. The beauty of Sandy Bay would soon be marred by a chilling mystery, the tranquility shattered by an unspeakable act. The year was 2009. The day began like any other. Sunbathers stretched on the beach, soaking up the warmth. Children built sandcastles, their laughter carried by the breeze. Unbeknownst to them, a sinister secret lay hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be unearthed. The disappearance of Bob Chappell would forever change the face of Sandy Bay. It would expose the fragility of peace, the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most idyllic settings. The search for answers would unearth a tangled web of secrets, lies, and betrayals, leaving an indelible mark on this once peaceful community. Bob Chappell was living his dream, retired and embracing life on the water. His yacht, the Four Winds, was his pride and joy. He spent his days sailing the turquoise waters, exploring hidden coves, and enjoying the company of his beloved partner, Sue Neill-Fraser. Bob was a kind, gentle soul. His laughter was infectious, his spirit adventurous. He had a passion for life that was contagious. He loved nothing more than to share his love of the sea with others. On January 26, 2009, Bob decided to spend the night on his yacht. It was a decision that would seal his fate. When morning came, the Four Winds was found adrift. Bob was gone. Panic set in. Friends and family desperately clung to hope. They searched frantically for any sign of him. But as the hours turned into days, their hope dwindled. The chilling reality began to set in. Bob was gone, and something was terribly wrong. The investigation began. Police swarmed the marina, their faces grim. Every detail, every clue was meticulously scrutinized. Suspicion fell on those closest to Bob. Sue Neill-Fraser, Bob's partner, became a person of interest. The public eye turned to her, its gaze unwavering. Rumors swirled. Whispers followed her like shadows. Sue maintained her innocence. She cooperated with the police, desperate to find out what happened to the man she loved. But the more she protested, the deeper the suspicion grew. The investigation intensified, casting a long shadow over Sue's life. The once peaceful community of Sandy Bay was now divided. Some believed Sue's innocence, while others saw her as the prime suspect. The case had gripped the nation, turning neighbor against neighbor. As the investigation progressed, a tangled web of relationships and potential motives began to unravel. The police dug deeper, uncovering secrets and lies that had long been buried. There were whispers of financial troubles, strained relationships, and hidden resentments. Every new piece of information seemed to complicate the puzzle, leading the investigators down a rabbit hole of deceit. The investigation took a sinister turn when forensic evidence emerged. Traces of blood were found on the deck of the Four Winds. DNA analysis confirmed it belonged to Bob. The discovery sent shockwaves through the community. The idyllic image of Sandy Bay was shattered, replaced by a chilling realization: a killer walked among them. Section 5. Whispers and Rumors. The Court of Public Opinion. The media frenzy surrounding the case was relentless. Headlines screamed Bob's name, each one a painful reminder of the tragedy. The public was captivated, hungry for answers. Speculation ran rampant, fueled by rumor and conjecture. Social media became a breeding ground for conspiracy theories. Armchair detectives emerged, dissecting every detail, offering their own theories and judgments. The case had become a national obsession, a macabre form of entertainment. Sue Neill-Fraser, once a respected member of the community, was now demonized in the court of public opinion. The presumption of innocence seemed to have vanished. She was tried and convicted in the eyes of many before ever stepping foot in a courtroom. The relentless scrutiny took its toll on Sue and those who stood by her. The pressure was immense, the whispers deafening. The once peaceful community of Sandy Bay was now a pressure cooker of suspicion and mistrust. Section 6. The weight of evidence, forensic findings. The prosecution's case hinged on the forensic evidence found on the four winds. The traces of Bob's blood, they argued, painted a damning picture. They presented their case meticulously, piecing together a narrative of a calculated crime. They pointed to inconsistencies in Sue's account of the night Bob disappeared. They highlighted her knowledge of sailing, suggesting she could have acted alone. Their case was compelling, built on a foundation of scientific evidence and circumstantial details. The defense argued that the evidence was circumstantial. They argued that the police, under immense pressure to solve the case, had tunnel vision. They pointed to alternative explanations for the forensic findings, suggesting contamination or a botched investigation. The courtroom became a battleground of experts, each side presenting their interpretations of the evidence. The jury listened intently, tasked with the weighty responsibility of deciding Sue's fate. Section 7. A Community in Crisis, Sandy Bay's Darkest Hour. The trial cast a long shadow over Sandy Bay. The community was deeply divided. Opinions were sharply split. Friendships strained. The case had exposed the undercurrents of suspicion and judgment that simmered beneath the surface of this once peaceful haven. Some residents rallied behind Sue, convinced of her innocence. They organized vigils, demanding justice and a fair trial. They refused to believe that someone they knew could be capable of such a heinous act. Others were less forgiving. They had already made up their minds, swayed by the media frenzy and the weight of public opinion. They saw Sue as a cold, calculating manipulator, capable of anything. The trial became a defining moment for Sandy Bay. It forced residents to confront uncomfortable truths about their community, about the fragility of trust, and the enduring power of suspicion. Section 8. Searching for answers. The investigation continues. Despite the trial and the subsequent verdict, the search for answers continued. Bob Chappell's body was never found, adding another layer of mystery to the case. The lack of closure haunted the community, a constant reminder of the tragedy that had befallen them. Independent investigators pored over the case files, searching for inconsistencies, overlooked clues, anything that could shed new light on the events of that fateful night. They interviewed witnesses, analyzed evidence, and challenged the official narrative. Their efforts breathed new life into the case, giving hope to those who believed that the full truth had yet to be revealed. The fight for justice for Bob Chappell was far from over. It was a fight for the truth, for closure, and for the soul of Sandy Bay. Section 9. Justice delayed, justice denied. The fight for closure. Years turned into a decade. The memory of Bob Chappell's disappearance lingered, a ghost story whispered on the wind. The case remained cold, officially closed, but never truly resolved. Sue Neill-Fraser, convicted of Bob's murder, maintained her innocence. From her prison cell, she continued to fight for her freedom, for a chance to clear her name. Her supporters rallied around her, organizing petitions, raising awareness, and demanding a new trial. The case became a legal labyrinth, with appeals and retrials mired in legal technicalities. The fight for justice was long and arduous, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the unwavering belief in the power of truth. The question remained, would justice prevail, or would the mystery of Bob Chappell's disappearance forever haunt the shores of Sandy Bay? Section 10. The Lingering Mystery, Bob Chappell's Enduring Legacy. The disappearance of Bob Chappell left an indelible mark on Sandy Bay. The once idyllic haven was forever changed, its tranquility shattered by the specter of an unsolved crime. The case served as a stark reminder of the fragility of life, the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of even the most peaceful communities. It exposed the complexities of human nature, the capacity for both love and cruelty, for loyalty and betrayal. But amidst the tragedy, a glimmer of hope remained. The community, though scarred, had shown remarkable resilience. They had come together, supporting one another through the darkest of times. They had learned the true meaning of community, of empathy, and of the importance of seeking justice for all. The mystery of Bob Chappell's disappearance may never be fully solved, but his legacy lived on, a reminder to cherish every moment, to hold loved ones close, and to never give up on the search for truth.